Hello, my fellow human light beings. Welcome back to the Thunder Wizard YouTube channel. And today we are going to do another live guided interdimensional meditation to bring the 5D solar flash event. I feel excited. I have the feeling that there's the potential for a lot of things to happen today. First thing that we need to do to get started, to be able to achieve what we want to do, is to question your reality. The reality that you are experiencing is a construct. It is a construct of your individual mind as well as the collective unconscious consensus of all the other humans on this planet. The way that you can begin to escape is by questioning the reality that you experience and then make the decision to change that reality. As far as I'm concerned, I am coming for the elites. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can save them. Welcome back to the channel. So, here are some reasons why I think today's meditation is going to be very powerful. First off, every time we've done it, it's been extremely powerful. At the very least, personal experience is extremely powerful when I do it. I know I'm not alone in that. By the way, any of you, if you're new to this meditation, all you need to do is have intent. Don't worry about the experience you have during the meditation. Just have the intention. That's the only thing that matters. I thought when I first started doing this that I had to have perfect focus and perfect vision and see and feel, experience everything that I was imagining. And I've come to find out that that's not necessary. The only thing that's necessary is your honest intention. And you can just simply allow yourself to be guided. I am going to guide you through the meditation today. I have a basic idea of what I'm going to do, but usually what happens is my instinct kicks in and I'm taken sometimes to places I hadn't intended to go, so I'm ready to be led as well. So you just allow me to guide you and allow your imagination to just take you wherever it's going to take you. And I guarantee you that things will happen. The thing that I can guarantee you the most is that there is a reality beyond this one that is more real than this third dimensional reality. And what we do in these live guided interdimensional meditations is more real than just sitting around and doing things in the third dimension. You don't know that because in your third dimensional experience, your focus is in this experience of the third dimension. So even though it feels to you like maybe you're just sort of fantasizing about something somewhere, is it real or not? It's real. Very real. And so what we are going to do is going to be, there are beings that are experiencing you in your astral body in ways you can't comprehend yet. But trust me, it's more real than this reality. And you don't have to believe me. It's okay if you don't. But watch what happens. The last meditation we did a live guided meditation to bring some intense energy into the sun and to have the sun release that energy. Well, as it turns out, literally while we were doing the meditation last time, the sunspots that were faced away from Earth, they are faced, the rest of the solar system, they were going off and there were explosions and solar flares and CMEs that were far more powerful than anything that we've experienced on Earth yet. And so the only reason we didn't get a direct hit of the most powerful solar energy was because those sunspots were facing away. So understand that we're going in, when we go into the sun and we put energy into the sun is going to release that energy in whatever way is most, the easiest way. And so there were sunspots facing out away from Earth that were releasing energy far more powerful than the ones we had been getting earlier. So while we didn't get a direct hit on Earth, we were still releasing this into the solar system. Now, why is this important? Because energetically, the solar system does all kinds of things. There's all kinds of eddies and currents and things like that that brings that energy back to Earth in ways that aren't as dramatic. But what is very important to understand is that the other planets in our solar system are connected to us. And I won't get into it. I talked about this probably a year ago. If you look back in previous videos, you can probably find it. But what I discovered as a result of traveling the multiverse and communicating with higher dimensional beings was that the planets in our solar system are actually projections from our chakra system. You want to know why you have 7 main chakras? Because those chakras project out into our reality, and they are around us because each one of those planets is associated with each one of the chakras. So even though the solar energy that we released last time was exploding hugely into, away from Earth, it was going to the other planets, which is what? Your chakras. So everything that we do has a direct effect. And, it's amazing, literally down to, the exact time that we're doing these meditations. I'm finding out later other people are looking around and crazy things are happening on the sun and crazy things are happening on Earth and all of that. So today, I feel motivated to really turn up the pressure. Now, I don't know what's going to happen, but the sunspots that were facing away from Earth have now turned and are facing us now. So whatever it is that we do in this meditation today, if it stimulates the sun to release energy, it's going to be released directly towards Earth. So bear that in mind. What I'd like for you to do today is I would like for you to focus on the things that happen in our planet that you believe need to end. For instance, there are things I'm not going to talk about on YouTube because we can't. But there are things that are happening on Earth. The dark force, psychopathic elites are doing certain things to certain very vulnerable humans on our planet all over the globe, and that has to stop. What's happening now is the banking consortiums, as well as the governments, as well as the corporations, BlackRock, and all that stuff. All of this is conspiring now to really put human beings in an economic vice. This is why there's so-called housing crises going on. There's no shortage of homes, but the prices have magically somehow gone up. The ones that are bought off by all of the BlackRock and all of the other investment consortiums, they have made it impossible for the average person to buy houses. Prices have gone up in terms of food, groceries, just everything has gone up and people are losing their jobs. There are people that are working full-time and live in their cars. There are people who are homeless because they can't get jobs, etc., etc., etc. There's all kinds of really horrible things going on, and these things are done deliberately. And this has to stop. So my intention today is going to be to release higher dimensional energy on those institutions, on those people. I don't know who they are. I'm not naming any names, but we don't need to. I'm also going to be sending energy to send relief and freedom and release to those people who are being negatively affected by all of this that's going on in the world. And I'm also going to be, and as I say that, I'm getting filled with energy, so we're obviously on the right track here. And I'm also going to be intending that the light workers and the star seeds who are waking up to this and need some place to connect to so that they can release their intentions to bring about the 5D Ascension event will find this channel. It is my intention that this channel goes viral, and that as we continue to do these meditations, more and more people show up. Again, I want you to be imagining hundreds, thousands, millions of people doing these meditations with us. If that happens, nothing will ever be the same. And the good news is that we're not singling out any person, any country. We're not singling out anything. But when we put this effort and this energy, these intentions, when we're in our astral bodies, when we are in our astral bodies, there is nothing on earth that can resist what we are doing. Nothing. So, I want you to keep those things in mind. Specifically, focus on the things, and you don't have to put it in the chat. It doesn't matter. Focus on the injustices that are happening to people. And have the intention to have that shifted so that people will be freed from those shackles, freed from the shackles of the hypnosis that is going on, freed from the actual abuse that is going on, freed from the financial abuse that is going on. Focus on human beings being freed on all levels. Because today I'm going to take you to some place that I've taken you before, but we're going to be bringing back some really powerful energy. So that's my intention. We'll see what happens. So before we go any further, before I get so loopy I forget, please bear in mind that I need your help to do this work. And so in order to support the channel, I need you to subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell button. Do these live interdimensional meditations as often as you possibly can. Follow and like Path of the Thunder Wizard on Facebook. Share Thunder Wizard YouTube video links and Facebook posts on all of your social media. Subscribe to the thunderwizard.com Patreon site. That is not the YouTube channel. Of course, subscribe to the Thunder Wizard YouTube channel. But the Patreon site is here at thunderwizard.com. Subscribe there at whatever level. If you're just somebody that only comes and watches the channel, I thank you for being here, and you get enough just from the free YouTube videos. I am honored and grateful that you are here. But if every single person who did that subscribed here at thunderwizard.com and just at the basic level of fan of the Thunder Wizard page, a few dollars every month, I would never have to worry about if I could spend all of my time doing this. As it is, I am actually in the process of having to do another side hustle just so that I can get myself out of debt and pay rent, etc., etc. So if you want to support this channel, go to thunderwizard.com, subscribe at whatever of those levels you want. You can check them all out. There's a bunch of them, and every single one of them is very powerful and will be helpful to you. Browse the thunderwizard.com shop. So if you don't want to subscribe, but you want to support the channel, you can go to the shop. You can see there all of the video there. If you see Thunder Wizard underneath that, you see shop. You click on that, you'll see these videos, and you'll see the energy practices underneath. All of that stuff is definitely worth your time. And I've talked about this before, but one of the ways that you can begin to really help your nervous system shift so that you can handle the power that we are channeling in these meditations. Got a couple of workouts here. I don't know where I put it. Is this it? No. Yeah, that's it. So first one is, and by the way, you don't have to do this if you're already doing whatever practices you are. I don't want you to think that you're missing out. I'm just letting you know these are two very powerful ways that I do some of this as well. So for beginners, you can do the Summoning the Immortals, of course, doing the guided interdimensional meditation. If you have a Vedic mantra, which you can get at astrology.thunderwizard.com, work with me and whomever, and you can get a mantra. And you can also do the Heaven, Earth, Qigong meditation. So that's for people if you want to increase your energy. This is assuming you're not doing the Warrior 90-Day Lightning Qigong, which is a whole other thing. If you're doing that, stick with that. If you want the advanced, so you want to go beyond whatever it is that you've been doing, you've got some mastery in the energy work, then the advanced is to do the 5-element Maoshan moving forms. Do the interdimensional meditation with the Huar breath pineal gland technique. Both of those can be found on the shop. The 5-element Maoshan forms can be found on the shop. You can start with the wood, and if you like that, then you can get the other 4 elements. And we can talk about that after you do that, because it's a whole other deal. You start working with really powerful higher dimensional energies. The Huar breath with the pineal gland technique can be found at the shop. That's the advanced Huar breath technique. Check that out. And do that with the Maoshan 3-1s meditation. The Maoshan 3-1s meditation can be found here at the Warrior 90-Day Lightning Qigong. So these are 2 different routines. One is Summoning the Immortals, guided interdimensional meditation, mantra, and then followed by the Heaven, Earth, Qigong meditation, which can be found on the shop. An advanced practice is to do the 5-element Maoshan forms, do the interdimensional meditation with the Huar breath pineal gland technique found at the shop, and then you follow that up with the Maoshan 3-1s meditation, which is found at the 90-day challenge. All right, so now I've done all the business, now we can get to work. So find yourself a comfortable place to go, and if you don't want to fall asleep, then sit in a chair. If you really want to be in a good meditative posture, sit on the edge of a chair, edge of a bench, with your feet flat on the ground, and your knees, not have your knees up, but have your knees, flat like this, your legs flat, straight down, feet flat on the ground. Look down in front of you and close your eyes. That'll keep the back of your neck straight. You can also just sit in a chair. You can also lie down. Whatever it is that you're most comfortable with, you're free to do that, whatever you want. So go get in your comfortable position. Cover your eyes if you need to. Put on the headphones. And now we're just going to get ready to go into some deep meditation. So go ahead, close your eyes. Begin breathing long and deep. Inhaling very deeply through the nose if possible. And exhaling. As you're breathing long and deep, allow yourself to feel gravity pulling you deeper into the chair, deeper into the floor, deeper into the couch, the bed, wherever you are. Allow this energy to pull you straight down towards the center of the earth. And remember that gravity is Mother Earth's embrace. She loves you so much that she won't let you fly away. This is what we call gravity. Continue to breathe long and deep, releasing all of the tension. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And exhale, release. Sink deeper into the earth. Inhale once again and hold it. And exhale, release. Let it all go. Sink deeper into the earth. Inhale one more time. Hold it. And exhale, release everything. Let it all go, whatever it is. It's a completely made up video game nonsense. It has nothing to do with your true essence. And just continue to breathe long and deep. Feel the blood flowing through your body. Feel the nerves firing. Feel your body tingling with energy and anticipation. Now we're going to do the Huar breath so that we can activate the pineal gland and go into a deeper meditative state. Huar can be translated as meaning earth shifting to 5D. It can mean your root chakra moving up to your heart center. It can mean just simply shifting to 5D. It has all of these meanings. Ready? Inhale with me and begin chanting. Inhale. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. I'd like for you now to bring your attention to your heart center. Feel the energy swirling around in your heart. This is where your soul resides. And your soul is not attached to anything in the third dimension. Whatever it is that bothers you, that frightens you, that you find yourself attached to, reactive to. None of this is influencing your soul. So tap into that eternal light, which is your true essence, your soul. And now what we're going to do is we're going to allow our consciousness to come out of our heart center, and we're going to allow our energy to float up above our bodies. Look down on your physical body, send it love, send your body gratitude. Thank all of the organs of your body and all of the cells of your body, your brain, your muscles, your bones, your nervous system. Thank every cell in your body for allowing you to have this vehicle so that you can experience the video game of the third dimension, which we are going to change today. Send love and gratitude to your body, and then allow yourself to float up towards the ceiling. You go through the ceiling up above the roof. You're now above the roof of your home. And you are looking down on the building in which you live. And we feel a tug coming from outside of Earth's atmosphere, pulling us up, and we start to fly up into the air. And we can see our neighborhood. We can see the city that we live in. We can see the state as we continue to rise up and up. We see the state that we live in rise up further, and we can see the continent upon which we live rise further and further. We can now see that Earth is in fact a sphere. We move further up and we bump into Earth's gravitational field and the atmosphere, and we break through it. We are now in interplanetary space. We are no longer part of the Earth three-dimensional space-time continuum. We are now beyond that. So as we float here in interplanetary space, feeling our freedom, tapping into our true energy, our true potential, we become aware that we are not alone. There are very powerful, loving beings that are there with us. We bring our attention to the sun. So look around and see where the sun is. Where you see the sun, send her love. Tell her how much you love and appreciate your mother, the sun. She is continuously giving love to every being in the multiverse, continuously, and when you tell her that you love her, it makes her extremely happy. And now look down on our Mother Earth. She is excited. You can feel that. You can see that there is a lot of change happening. And she reminds you that you are the one that has been bringing this change. There are still some challenges. There's still a lot of destructive influences, but they are losing. So send some love to Mother Earth and reassure her that today we will free her from the bondage of the dark force humans. And this makes her very happy, and she sends back her love and tells us that she's very excited about what we're going to do in this meditation. Send your attention, look for the moon. When you see the moon, send your love and your gratitude to the moon and ask that the moon empower your meditative mind and balance your emotions. And the moon also has committed to help us in our meditations today. And now go ahead and bring your attention to the beings of light who are all around you. And you can feel how happy they are, how proud of you they are, how much respect and admiration they have. You become aware that these beings, many of them, look to you as an example of bravery because you have chosen to incarnate as a human being in the third dimension. And they remind you that that is only something that extremely powerful, infinite deities are allowed to do. And many of these light beings here have been human, and many of them look to you and say, you are braver than I. I do not have the bravery to do what you do. This is who you are. You are a starseed. You are a light worker. You are royalty. You are infinite divine deities. And we are going to take back our earth. We have the right to do this, especially as we are now in our astral bodies, which are completely able to defend against any negative energy. We are able to destroy any negativity when we are in our astral bodies. So now what I'd like for you to do is to call for your personal spirit guide. If you know who it is, you can call them out by name. If you have never interacted with your spirit guide, that's okay. Just simply send out the invitation that your higher dimensional guide come to you and work with you and empower you in this meditation. Go ahead and do this now. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Now we are going to invite all light beings in the multiverse, all deities, to come and work with us. Go ahead and send out an invitation in all of the dimensions, in all of the universes, all extraterrestrial civilizations. We are going to send out the invitation that all beings of light are being invited to come and support us in this work of shifting Mother Earth up. Go ahead and do this now in your own words. And now what I'd like for you to do is to ask your guide and any of the other light beings that are attending you to share with you any thoughts, any encouragement, any information, any messages they might have for you. Go ahead and do this now. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. All right, now we are going to turn away from Earth. We will be back here shortly. We are now going to look for the planet Mars. So look around until you see it, and just allow your instinct to tell you where it is. I have now located it. So now just follow my energy. We're now going to start flying towards the planet Mars. And I can feel the energy beginning to increase very powerfully. As we all come up and we stop right in front of the planet Mars, we become aware that there is a very powerful army of light, and my friends, the mantis beings who are the soldiers of the universe, they are here in formation, thousands and thousands and thousands of them. They know exactly what we're here to do. We are going to war. And we are going to release them onto planet Earth to locate and to destroy the power of the dark force psychopath elite. They are going to free human beings. The things that are going to happen today in this meditation will never be forgotten. So we invite our friends to come with us, and they of course say yes. We are first going to go to the sun. So we locate the sun. All of us go to the sun. And we gather around the sun. We're going to do something a little bit different today. We are all going to first ask for the sun's permission to enter into her energy. So do this now. We now enter into the sun. We go straight to the center of the sun, and we find that where the nuclear fission, which is happening in the center of the sun, where the hydrogen molecules are actually being crushed and creating the light that we see on our planet. The center of the sun is actually, there's a wormhole. We're going to enter this wormhole, which is going to take us to the galactic center. So we go deep into this wormhole and we allow ourselves twisting and turning like we're on a roller coaster. And we end up coming out right in front of the galactic center, which is an enormous black hole. And we ask that the energy of this black hole begin to fold within itself. We are going to send this very powerful gamma radiation through the black hole into the center of the sun. So we address the deity that rules this, and we all humbly ask that he allow this to occur. Go ahead and do this now. And now we begin to follow that energy. We feel that energy is being pulled into the black hole, being pulled into the wormhole, and we get pulled along with it. All of the beings that are with us, all of the light beings that are with us are pulled along with it. And we end up back in the center of the sun. And we are going to absorb this energy, and we are going to direct it and focus it at the center of Mother Sun. And we are going to focus so much of this energy that she will no longer be able to contain it, and she will have to release it explosively towards planet Earth. We have nothing to fear because the sun has nothing but love for all beings on the planet. The only thing that will happen is that the energy that hits the Earth will be completely destructive towards narcissistic, psychopathic, abusive energy. We are going to be releasing all of the children, all of the people who are being abused, all of the people who are being controlled, devalued in every possible way, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual. We are going to be sending this energy to break their chains and to help them achieve complete liberation. So we send and concentrate this energy directly towards the center of the sun. And then we are going to once again chant the Huar breath mantra until the energy builds to such a fevered pitch that it has to be released. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and chant with me. Attention back to the sound of my voice. We are now going to humbly back out from the center of the sun. We have put a huge amount of energy inside of her, and she is going to release this towards Earth. It will not surprise me if we hear that there's been huge solar flares. Time will tell. We now say thank you to Mother Sun. And now we make our way to planet Earth. All of the light beings are with us, and I personally am calling my army from Mars. The Mantis being army is coming with us. And we fly towards Earth. And we are going to surround the Earth, all of the humans that are here, all of our subtle body energy is surrounding Earth. All of the light beings that are with us are surrounding Earth. There are many ships from extraterrestrial planets who are shifted out of the third dimension who are also surrounding Earth. There are deities, gods, angels, beings from many different dimensions. They have all gathered around Earth. And centered at the front of this, if we were to look down at Earth from above, we would see lines of light beings going off in infinite numbers of directions. And in the front are human beings, and in front of the human beings, the mantis beings are now completely surrounding planet Earth with their energy. And in a moment, we are going to release them. And they are going to, en masse, head down to Earth with their energy. And they are going to focus their energy on the destruction of the dark force psychopaths who are controlling our planet. And we are going to empower them with our chanting. Before we do that, I'd like for you to bring to mind at least one thing that you would like to see revealed to the world that is going on behind the scenes, or a group of people who need to be saved and released, or just in general that all human beings would wake up to the truth of their spiritual essence. And when we do this, these beings, very powerful beings, are going to be sending their consciousness directly to Earth, empowered by your chanting. Take a moment and bring to mind all of those that you would like to free. And take a deep breath and inhale and chant with me, and when we do, we will be releasing the mantis beings to go do their work on planet Earth. Inhale. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Take a moment and look on planet Earth. I can feel negative forces running around like cockroaches when you turn the lights on. I can feel the release of many people who have been in bondage for a very long time. I can feel Mother Earth sighing a huge sigh of relief, releasing energy from deep within her. She is evolving and she is changing. The third dimensional experiment is over. And now we are entering into the era of the fifth dimension. What is coming for the Dark Force elites cannot be stopped. There is nothing they can do. There is nowhere they can go. The people of Earth are going to continue to awaken, and they will take back their planet, they will take back their homes, they will take back their cultures, their societies. The average person will be king, and the current kings will fall. I'd like for you now to look around and just take a look and see what is happening with the light beings that are around you. Take a moment and speak to them and ask if they have any words of encouragement, wisdom, knowledge or any messages for you, do this now. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. There's a lot going on. The mantis beings are doing their work. I would not be surprised if we don't hear about reports of strange visitations or lights in the sky or something along those lines. We are going to let them do their work. The sun is doing her work. She is sending energy directly to help the mantis beings do their work. The other light beings are continuing to do their jobs. Those that are working with us and want to help us in this next phase are going to accompany us. We are going to now look away from planet Earth, and off in the distance you see a rainbow-colored, sparkling rainbow-colored light way off in the distance. We begin flying towards this rainbow-colored gemstone. It's like a diamond refracting all of the colors of the rainbow and colors that are beyond our spectrum. We get closer and closer to this light, and we are going to enter it. We stop outside and we ask for permission to come in, and we are told that this is the realm of truth. And we go into this, we are going to face our true selves. So bring yourself to the state of mind where you are going to see who you truly are, outside of your third dimensional video game character. You are a divine being of light. You are far more powerful than you realize. And once we enter into this very powerful energy, you will be given the opportunity to see who you have been before you were incarnated. With this in mind, knowing that you are surrounded by your light being guides and friends, we now allow ourselves to enter into this light, and before we know it, we are completely consumed and surrounded by blinding white light. You can see the refractions from inside a diamond, filled with the brightest white light we've ever seen. And what we're going to do now is we are going to look ahead, and what you are going to say is you are going to ask this light to show you who you truly are. Go ahead and do this now in your own words. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. While you continue to look into this light, which reflects back to you who you truly are, I would like for you to now verbalize to this light what you saw and use the language I am and repeat back what you saw. Do this now. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. You can continue this interaction at any time you choose. You can always come back here and continue to investigate who you were before you incarnated. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and breathe in your new identity. And exhale. Once again, inhale. And exhale. One last time, inhale. And exhale. And now you are going to ask the light beings and the light itself if there is any other information that you need to know. Go ahead and do this now. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Now we're going to back out of this very powerful light. Again, we can come back whenever we choose. The beings that came with us were empowered by our meditation. They also have gone more deeply into their true self. And they thank you for the power that you gave them to do this. This is who you are. You are a deity who chose to come to earth. And these light beings are following you and seeking out your wisdom. The more that you awaken, the more that you empower them. And for this they are eternally grateful. And this is why so many light beings are focused on helping planet Earth, because the beings on Earth hold the key to the spiritual evolution of the entire multiverse. Even the gods themselves depend on the work that you do on Earth to awaken to your true essence. With this knowledge, we go back to planet Earth. We surround planet Earth one more time, and with this new power that we have, we are sparkling with incredibly powerful, bright white light, crystalline energy. We are now going to send this to planet Earth, The mantis beings have done their job. The sun is doing her job. And so now we need to bring balance to the incredible, immense energy we've released. And what human beings now need is to awaken to the memory of who they really are. Once again, take a deep breath and chant with me. Inhale. Attention back to the sound of my voice. I'm going to take one last check with our guides to see if there's any information or any instructions they might have for us. So gather with your guides and ask them in your own words if they have any parting thoughts or suggestions for you. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. What I've been told is that now we need to focus on bringing balance and healing. The amount of energy and the intensity of the energy that has been released. The light beings are going to have to work pretty hard to help take care of the humans on Earth to be able to absorb this energy. So we can now, until we come back to this meditation on Saturday, we can be chanting and meditating to bring balance and healing and grounding so that people on Earth will be able to handle what is coming. We now release all of our light being friends to go and do whatever it is that they need to do. And I can feel them acknowledging this and thanking us for the work we've done today, so we release them. And of course, our guides will come with us because they're always with us. And we just take one moment to look at planet Earth. And we remember that this is not our home, it is a temporary destination. She is incredibly important because she is the location where the most advanced souls come in order to learn how to tap into their deepest divine essence and to grow and become even stronger than before they incarnated. So she needs our love and our protection. She's going through a huge shift, a huge change, and she needs for us to give her love and gratitude and help her to do her job. So we rededicate ourselves. We're now going back to planet Earth, but we're not going to get wrapped up in our petty distractions, our petty issues. We're not going to react from our three-dimensional virtual reality characters that we wrote before we incarnated. We are going to make the commitment to awaken to our eternal essence, our eternal divine identities. It is now our job to help bring awakening and balance and healing to all of those on planet Earth who are waking up for the first time. They're going to need our help. So right now I'd like for you to think about intending that this work magnifies, that people all over the world begin to create groups, work together, reaching out, helping people to awaken and to learn techniques that allow them to evolve. We also intend that this channel and the group of people that are here doing this, that this group grows and that we are able to do meditations that have hundreds, thousands, millions of people doing this all over the world. And as a result of this, we as a planet have decided to evolve, and nothing can stop that now. All right, we are now going to head back to planet Earth, which is now completely different. There's energy coming out of her that I've never seen before. All kinds of different waves of energy, different colors. I've never seen anything like this. So begin to focus on where your physical body is. Look on planet Earth to where you are. We begin to move back down through Earth's atmosphere, and we feel the change, we feel the energy. We continue to move down. We see the continent that we live on. We see the state that we live in. We can see the city that we live in. We go down further and further, and we can see our neighborhood, and then we float down through the roof of our house, and we stop and we float above our physical bodies. We can see that our bodies are vibrating with energy that was not there before. We're still going to send more energy to our physical bodies, so send love, consciousness, gratitude, evolution. Imagine your physical body exactly the way you would like it to be. The perfect health, the perfect strength, the perfect youth. Imagine exactly how you want your 5D body to look and feel. And now send that energy to your body so that your cells will pick up on it and begin to transform your body into the way you would like it to be. free from disease, free from pain, free from sadness, filled with love, joy, bliss, power, health. And now you can allow your energy body to float back down into your body. Inhale very deeply, bringing your energy body back into your body. And exhale. Once again, inhale. And exhale. One last time, inhale. Hold. And exhale. Rub your hands together. Put your palms over your eyes. Feel the warmth of your palms. Inhale that warmth into your brain and your body. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale again. And exhale. Inhale one last time. And exhale. Now rub your eyes, rub your face, rub your scalp, back of the neck, front of the neck, shoulders, chest, back, thighs, legs, butt. Bring yourself completely back into your body. All right. Well, that was whatever it was. And keep your eyes out to see if anything happens. Maybe there will be some solar storms. Maybe there will be some revelations in the media or on social media. I don't know. Maybe there was a bunch of light being ships flying around. Who knows? Let's just keep our eyes open and see what happened. And continue to expand into this energy. Energy's been pretty intense. There's a lot of stuff going on astrologically, very intense things going on with certain planets. So if you suffer from any ascension symptoms, just be aware of what they are. The main one that usually people have is anxiety. So you might feel like your heart racing or just anxiety and you don't know what it is. That is what happens when higher dimensional energy hits a third dimensional body. The third dimensional body doesn't know how to handle it. So know that the things that come to your mind, if you find yourself upset about things and something somebody said, or this problem, or you're worried about money, or you're worried about, when the normal things that pop into your head that you freak out about, more than likely that is just your brain looking for a reason to justify the anxiety that you're feeling. This anxiety can actually turn into bliss if you relax into it. Again, just like, when people do mind-altering, entertainment chemicals, they usually feel some kind of rush as it's kicking in. And if they didn't know what was going on, they'd be flipping out, like, what's wrong with my body? But when they know what it is, they go, and they relax into it. So this is what's happening. This is a natural high that is hitting you. It is higher dimensional energy and there's a rush. So relax into it. Let it become a blissful thing. Don't let it freak you out. Become aware of any feelings that come up. Allow yourself to release any sadness, any pain. If you have resentments that come up, then go onto my channel and do the 12 steps to 5D. I got to finish those. I got to do 9 through 12, but do steps 4 through 7. If you've already done them, go back and do steps 4 through 7. That is a cure for resentments, because you can't bring that with you. Resentments hold you down. They hold you back into lower dimensions. It's okay if you're angry and in pain and have whatever emotions, but be willing to work through them. Understand that you are now shifting into another world, literally another world. There's something streaming on Apple TV right now called Dark Matter, I think it is. That has some good, interesting stuff. There's some truth to that about how you can shift to different realities, which we are doing. The goal of this is to create a completely new world. And people will end up wherever they choose to focus their energy. Don't worry about being perfectionist about it. All you have to do is focus on what you truly desire, what gives you the greatest joy, and focus on that. In fact, write it down. If you get a pen and piece of paper, physical pen, physical paper, and write down in words the world that gives you the greatest joy, and then think about that. That's where you will end up. This is what is coming. My prediction is that the world is going to begin to change. There's going to be some massive shifts in society, massive revelations, and yeah, we'll just wait and see. Take care of yourself physically. Make sure that you eat well, that you rest, that you exercise. After this meditation, if you want to, go walk along the ocean, go swim in the ocean. If you don't have that, you can have a salt bath, or just relax, get a massage, take care of yourself. Make sure you don't overdo it. And when you find yourself getting negative, stop and make the decision to focus on your 5D reality that may not be there yet, but you choose to have. Focus on the things that give you joy. Focus on your family, your pets, your children, things that you love. This will help bring you into a more positive state of mind. That's it for me. Again, guys, if you want to support the channel, it is very appreciated. Go here to thunderwizard.com. At the very least, subscribe at the Fan of the Thunder Wizard channel, just so that I can continue to do this. But take advantage of the other things. There's all kinds of stuff. By the way, if you're having crazy experiences, we have created a group, which, is this it? Where is it? A live Zoom class and discussion group with me. I am there to answer any questions, and but this is really about people getting together and sharing their experiences with these interdimensional meditations with each other. And it's very healing, and it creates a new consensus. It's very important that we do this. So if you go to thunderwizard.com, there you can subscribe to that depending on whether you're an apprentice or not. Just pick one of those. Of course, you can become an apprentice if you choose to do that. You can also go to the shop, as you know, and at the shop there are things like Summoning the Immortals, Celestial Qigong, the Maoshan, 5-element moving forms. The wood set is a good place to start with that. And astrology.thunderwizard.com, there's all kinds of things that you can do to support the channel. But the most important thing is that you keep doing this work, keep doing this interdimensional meditation. And if we didn't do it today, but normally I try to remember to give the command to invite the light beings to communicate with you anytime, day or night, visit you in your dreams, come and do work on you. To me, they just show up sometimes in the afternoon or in the early evening and do all kinds of things to me, which are wonderful, of course, not like the horrible stuff you hear about in movies. So I encourage you to just mentally send out the invitation that you want a connection with them, that you want a relationship with them, and that you want to work with them, and they will show up if you ask. And there you go. John de Rosette just threw down $100. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Very well appreciated. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to stop there. There might be one question here. Let's see. Yep, people doing cool stuff. Made a simple public playlist of 20 Thunder Wizard videos. That's very cool. Thank you. Ariel says she's at work. She's going to come back and do this later tonight. So that's the other thing you can do if you can't ever be here live. It's going to be archived and you can always go back and watch it. It still has that power. Make sure that you're staying current. You know, if it's a couple hours later or the next day, no problem. You're still doing this with us because time works like that. Jay has a question. If these beings exist in other dimensions, can we ever encounter them physically, or can they only exist in 5D? Yeah, you can experience them. I haven't. I shouldn't say I haven't. I have. Lots of times one of the things that'll happen is they will show up, and depending on who you are, they will physically touch you. So you might feel a hand, you might feel a hand on your hand, you might feel, a touch on the head. And for some people that's helpful. Now, when they showed up, when I started working with them, I don't like that. So I said, don't do that. So they don't do that with me. But they might do that with you. It really depends on what you're capable of handling. If they were to physically show up in the third dimension, bear in mind they don't like doing that any more than we like to, physically go someplace uncomfortable. They don't like doing that. What they really would prefer is that you reach yourself up towards them, and they will meet you halfway. But if they did, I guarantee you it would flip you out. I mean, it's not like the movies. It's not like the movies where, it's just some strange looking being in the third dimension. Many of them, by the way, look human. Some of them, there are humans, but some of them look exactly like humans, others don't at all. But the energy that would come off of them, if they were to physically manifest, could potentially just be so bizarre and intense, because the third dimension can't handle it. It would flip you out. Now, I don't need that to be true. I've heard stories of that happening, but almost every time I've heard those stories, people talk about the intensity of the energy. So what we want to work towards is creating the fifth dimension so that we are at the level where we don't get, traumatized by the intensity of their energy. We want to get to that level of energy so that, they can interact with us. So instead of asking the question, will they interact in our dimension? We want to shift up to theirs. That's the goal. Anyway, I'm open to learning about these things, and if my experience changes, I'll be happy to share that as well. Let's see what else we got going on here. Thundra liked this. Who is this? I can't read this. It says, literally looked like Star Wars at one point with the mantis beings. Okay, what else? Yep, a lot of people had a good experience. Soulful Artist says, do you have any suggestions for CE5 protocol? This is basically a CE5 protocol. The only difference between what we're doing and the average CE5 is that they're expecting to see something. I don't need that anymore. In fact, I never really needed that. As soon as when I saw CE5, the movie Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, I felt bad because my thought process was, I don't want to see them. I want to learn from them. I want to experience their energy. And I felt like I was wrong for thinking that, but that's exactly what I got. I only saw what I needed to see so that I could believe it. And I've seen a handful of things. You know, I saw a huge red, like, electric ball. It was a mantis ship. They're red. Came out of the clouds, and you know, what the heck is that? And I've seen all kinds of strange things in the sky, but that's not really my thing. So they do that for people who need that. I'm not saying you need that, soulful artist, but no, what we're doing is fine. You just close your eyes and you leave your body, you go out into space, you say, hey, is anybody out there? And then you come back and, you know, they'll show up. The extensive CE5 protocol that Dr. Greer teaches is actually for humans. The ETs don't need that. Humans need that because they need to create something in their mind where it makes sense. And so that whole thing of vectoring them back and all that, that's for humans so that they can comprehend what's happening. Because if the ETs just showed up and you didn't do that, it would flip you out. So, but they don't need that. They don't need any of that stuff. That's just for us. Let's see, what else? Best way to contact me, Jeffrey McGonigal. For what reason? You know, why do you need to contact me? There's all kinds of things you can do. If you go to thunderwizard.com and subscribe, there's people contact me there. You can contact me in the comments section, but I need to know why. For what reason? You know, if somebody wants access to me, you're going to have to purchase a session. It needs to be done in a certain way. If I just let anybody and everybody contact me and gave them my email and my phone, I wouldn't get anything done. And, you know, people, you know, so if somebody wants to interact with me, it should be because they want to learn something, or they want some kind of a service. So, you know, the ways to do that are to subscribe. You can become an apprentice. You can get, if somebody wants a one-off session with me, you can go to, I'm going to put it here right now, career.thunderwizard.com, and then scroll to the bottom and purchase a private session. Okay, so if you want to contact me and just have one session with me, that's the easiest way to do it. What else? Autumn Rust had a powerful meditation. I'm happy to hear that. I felt a lot of energy going into it. I was actually a little bit distracted because I was so excited about it. Jay says, I've been startled awake by light things, freaked me out. I screamed. You know, you can handle it. You just have to ask, you know, give me the ability to, you know, help me with my fear. If you haven't watched it, go watch in the Aliens playlist. There's a video I did 2 years ago called How I Became an Extraterrestrial, and you can hear how frightened I was. So there's nothing wrong with being afraid. It just means that something is happening outside of your normal understanding. But nothing bad has ever happened doing these kinds of meditations, doing CE5. Light beings never, ever cause you harm. And if they know that you're afraid, they back off and leave you alone. All that stuff about aliens abducting, those are humans doing all kinds of nasty human stuff. Extraterrestrial light beings never cause any harm. So you can say, I'm afraid, but I want you guys to come. Just know that I'm scared and help me. And they will. Just like you would. You know, if you were with your little cousin or something and they were afraid and they said, I'm scared, you would say, that's okay, I'm here. and you wouldn't do anything to flip them out. So you'll be all right. Let's see what else. Thundra got blasted, she says. Yep, somebody else saw that same type of ship that I saw. Let's see, Jedi Black Knight. I generally communicate my location using vector approach along with precise latitude and longitude of my place, and I did get a tap on my heart center last afternoon. Perhaps it was them. Yeah, again, that's for you. So that helps you, because that's really an extensive way of giving permission. So understand what's happening. Beings in higher dimensions, the rule is they don't mess with the third dimension because it's traumatizing. It's, when you interact with a higher dimensional being, part of your third dimensional reality gets destroyed. So if they would never do that without your permission. So you have to want that. You have to want to die to the third dimension and go towards a higher perception. And so that's why that whole protocol thing that was brilliant, that Dr. Greer, and I believe he came up with it working with an ET. But it's brilliant because it's necessary. The 3D mind has to create that. So that whole vectoring thing, here I am, this is my house, this is where I live, it is an undeniable act of giving permission. And that's why it works. And that's why it's there. But trust me, they don't need that. They don't need to know any of that. The moment that you connect with them, they know exactly where you are. The moment you send out, here I am, light beings, come and talk to me, they know exactly where you are. But it is very helpful. The first time around, it's very helpful to do that because you are then guiding your own self to have a higher dimensional experience. And then when it happens, even if it's freaky, you understand it. Your brain says, oh no, I vectored them here. It's okay. What else? Okay. All right, so I don't see anything else. I don't see any other questions here. Very good. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for showing up. I'm glad you had a good experience. I sure did. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm really serious about going forward at Mach 3 now, and I am completely, totally committed to changing this planet. And so I hope you guys come along with me. Once again, thank you for the $100. That means a lot. You guys can do that, by the way. Another way to support the channel, you can always click on the $sign and support the channel that way. All of that stuff is extremely helpful. Anyway, let's hope that this channel goes so viral that I never need to mention that again. That's my hope. And or that we get rid of the whole money banking system and that nobody ever needs to worry about money again. That's a goal I have as well. Anyway, I'm babbling. I'm going to stop talking. I love you all. Please remember that you are the most important being that has ever existed, that the entire multiverse was created solely for your pleasure, that you are the most powerful, the most beautiful, the most loving, the most absolutely exquisite being that has ever existed, and that the only thing that matters is your deepest joy, your deepest bliss. And when you seek that out and you accomplish that for yourself, you empower all beings, including the most powerful gods, who bow down and worship you, because without you, none of us would exist. I wouldn't exist, the gods wouldn't exist, nothing would exist if it weren't for you. So I thank you for giving me my existence, and I wish you nothing but bliss and happiness. Please take very good care of yourselves, and if we don't shift out of this reality as a result of this, I will see you all very soon. Please take very good care of yourselves.